Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I've prepared a beginner's yoga practice for you all about movement and message. In the flow, we're going to move in and out of different variations of puppy dog pose. The message is about how to keep peace in your life. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. So if everybody can stand up, now, whether you have a mat or not doesn't matter. All we need is you with an open heart. But I want you to physically step off of your mat. We're going to call these mats that we have, or whether you have a towel or just a space in your mind, we're going to call them our magical mats. So my goal today is to introduce you or welcome you back to a practice called yoga that is life-changing. So I am excited about being able to share this with you. So we are going to take and begin with one deep breath, filling your chest, filling your lungs, filling your diaphragm up with your breath. Sip it in, sip it in, sip it in, and take an audible, let's hear it, sigh out. Ah. So physically, just shake your hands and move your knees a little. So whatever it took for you to get here today, we're going to let that go. Now, come with me, step on to your magical mat and take a seat. So whatever seat is going to be comfortable for you. I'm going to choose just a crisscross applesauce style. If you have any knee issues, no worries. Maybe you could extend your legs out in front of your body. But just get comfortable. We call this Sukhasana, the sweet seat. Now, I want you to take your hands on tops of your thighs with your palms facing up. Shrug your shoulders right up to your ears. Roll them back down and around and pin the shoulder blades together on the back side of your body, letting the crown of your head lift nice and high. And I want you to just close your eyes right here. So we are going to begin today with some box breathing. So we've got 45 minutes carved out together. We're going to warm up our bodies, our hearts, our minds, and our souls. And then we're going to move through several yoga positions and poses, and then we'll bring it back down onto the mat. So with your eyes closed, I want you to take an inhalation to the count of 4. Cap that inhalation off on top for an additional count of 4. Exhale your breath out, emptying your body on another count of 4. And then hold your breath out on that count of 4. So same movement. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale your breath out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now move through that same box series of breath on your own, counting out the inhale, the capping off, the exhale, and the holding out. So keeping your eyes closed, just be aware. It's that mindfulness connection, that you're aware of the connection of your body and your mind, and never underestimate the power that your breath has to slow down some of the chatter inside your head. So take 3 more rounds of that box breath with your eyes closed. And then after that third round, collect your hands in prayer style at the center of your heart, your thumbs towards your sternum or your breastbone. Draw your chin towards your chest. Your eyes are still closed, and bow your head. So before we begin to move, should you have a purpose? It could be a wish, it could be an intention. Perhaps you want to dedicate this time towards something or someone. We're going to tap into ways to access peace in our lives. Peace equals power. So if that helps bring your purpose, seal it into your heart right now. And then open your eyes up, sitting up super tall. Lace your hands inside out, round the back, tuck the chin as you extend your arms forward. Now on the inhale, bring your hands to the sternum, elbows wide, gaze shifts upward, skyward. Now move it out with your breath. Same 2 moves. You find a rounded back as you extend your arms forward and your chin is tucked. Now on the inhale, you arch your back, look up, stretch your neck, even lengthening the throat chakra. Now, hear your breath. Exhale, find a seated cat style. Your back is rounded. You're rolling back on your sits bones. Inhale, arch, levitate your heart up, widen the elbows. One more time. Exhale, round and roll back. Inhale, rise and lift up like coming out of the water. Now slip your hands beneath your kneecaps and do a seated cat, round and roll back. Just kind of hang out on the back side of your sits bones, the bones you're sitting on. Now bend your arms, rock forward, arch your back, look up. Now, smooth those 2 moves out. Make it continuous. Exhale, round and roll back. Inhale, arch, lift up, roll forward. Keep that going. 3 more times. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, rock forward. 2 more. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, arch, lift up, retract your shoulders. One last time. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, arch forward and look up. Now, slip your hands right on your kneecaps. Neutralize your spine and circle your waistband around your sits bones. So you're going to feel some areas in your waist, maybe your hips, maybe your shoulders, or even your neck that are sticky. They might be stuck a little bit. So whatever areas might want a little more attention, go ahead and stay in those areas a little bit longer. It's almost like ironing out some of the stress in our bodies. So if it serves you, keep your face muscles very soft, and you might even want to add just a very small head roll into the circular motion. All the while keeping that smooth cadence of your breath. Breathing, if you can, in and out through your nose. Now, reverse that direction. You don't have to go fast, just travel around. Letting the body, meaning your sit bones that you're sitting on, be anchored into the earth. So you are going to be grounded and rooted no matter what goes on the exterior of your life today, no matter what circumstances come your way. You're going to be grounded and rooted. Mula Bandha, the root chakra. Now hold up right here in the center. Flip your palms back up, but extend your arms out. Now lift your arms up on the inhale. Collect your hands at heart center on the exhale and pull them in. Now do that again. Scoop out, in and up, sitting up super tall. Exhale, pulling in and putting your chin towards your chest. Breathing in, opening your heart, chest, arms lift. Exhale, pulling back down. One last time. Inhale, offer your intention, your purpose up. Peace is what we are after. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. This time, offer the arms up, but keep them up. Right hand is going to come to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand behind. Take a very gentle twist. Not to dump down and really wrench it, but to lift up, open your heart, and rotate up and over. Now come back to the center. Take your finger pads and plant them behind your body. Roll your shoulder heads up and back. Just soften your elbows. Let your heart lift. Coming to your magical mat today with an open heart. Connecting that mindfulness of your breath with your mind and your body. Neutralize your spine. Lift your legs up and across. If you're crisscrossed, put the opposite leg on top. Take your hands out to the side, sweep them out and up, and twist in the opposite direction. So hand on thigh, roll that right shoulder blade back, let your heart lift up and soften the space around your eyes. If that means less of a twist so you can sit up tall, then so be it. Now, same thing other side. Sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out and twist. Come back. Inhale, rise the arms up, even shift your gaze skyward. Exhale, twist, other side, breathe out. Beautiful. Now, come around. If you can just find your way to your hands and your knees. Now, if you have any kind of material that you would want to kneel upon, you can do that. If you look at your knees, they're going to be the width of your hips. Your hands are going to be the width of your shoulders. Now, if you have any wrist problems, you could always fist your hands and come on to your fist that way. Or another option without any props would be to come down onto your forearms if that serves you better. But we're going to move through cat on your hands and knees. So you're going to round your back and tuck your chin. If you look back and can see your ankles or your feet or your shins, see if you can hide them behind your quads. Then as you inhale, drop your heart towards your mat, arch your back, tip your tailbone up, and look up. So this is what we call cow. Now do that a couple times. Exhale, pull your navel into the spine, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, arch the back and look up as you soften that space between your shoulders. Just 2 more times. Exhale, round and hollow. Inhale, soften and melt. One last time. Exhale, push the earth away. Pull your navel into the spine. Inhale, soften and melt. Now tuck your toes under so you're on the balls of your feet. Rock your hips back towards your heels. Now this is a nice walking your hands towards your thighs. Now if it works for you and you can sit on your heels, it's a nice stretch for your feet. If not, lift your hips up off of the heels. So just you choose, but the same lacing of your hands, round your back, tuck your chin. Now lift the hips off the heels, rise up, let your elbows go wide, and let the heart lift. Exhale, sit back down, chin to chest, hips to heels, stretching out your feet. Inhale, rise up, open the heart, widen the elbows. Last time, exhale, pull back down, hip to heels. Inhale, rise back up. Now this time, stay up. Point your toes, you're on your knees and shins. Keep your hands laced, but bring your elbows together and just circle your wrists around. Yeah, just make some nice big circular motions. Now start to let your arms travel upward in that circle. And then on the way down, go in the opposite direction. Now do an old-fashioned wrist stretch. You're going to take your hand and pull back. So you're just taking the right hand on the left, 4 fingers to pull back. So there's a lot of usefulness in our wrists and our forearms in your work. Not only are you on computers, but you are assisting patients. You have a very physical life where we can get stretch and mobility that helps us move freely in our wrists and our hands. Now take the hands again, lace them inside out. Drop the hips to the heels with your toes pointed this time, back rounded. Inhale, rise up, open the heart. Stay up again. V your arms, creating a V shape as you look up. Now create a T with your arms overhead so it's like a goal post. Your elbows bend, your hands spread wide. Now, if it's possible, lace your hands behind your back. If it's not possible, grab your wrists, maybe your forearms. If you've got your hands, index fingers are going to go long. Slide them down the back side, retract your shoulders and look up. Now, release that connection nice and slowly. Drop your hips to your heels, but kind of inch your knees apart. So this is called Balasana, child's pose. Now, if you can rest your forehead down, so be it. If it feels a little bit more accessible to stack your fists, bend your arms, and rest your forehead upon your fists, then do that. Now, this is a very grounding, stabilizing posture. Helps open up your hips. Continue to connect. It's that mindfulness connection, drawing inward towards your own breath. Now lift your hips and your forehead up. Walk your hands off the mat to the right side. So you're going to find a nice long line of energy on the left side of your body. Breathe into the back left side of your rib cage from your left pinky finger to your left pinky toe. Now lift your forehead up, walk your hands right over to the left side of your mat and draw that beautiful long line of energy on your body on that right rib cage. Those intercostal muscles are expanding. And breathe into that back side of your body. Now travel back to the center. I want you to just kind of crawl your way onto your belly. So come prone onto your mat, letting your legs come to the width of your hips, letting your forearms come down. So allow your forearms to be in front of your body to help prop you up. Now lift your heart up. You would visualize pulling your forearms towards your body and your heart away. This is called Sphinx pose. Now lower your chin back down towards the mat and do that again. This is a beautiful opening for the front side of your body. Lifting the heart up, you're finding a contraction on the back side. Lower your chin back down. One more time. Third time's always a charm. Breathe in, lift the heart up. Now breathe out. Lower down, prone with your chin landing on the mat, slipping your hands alongside your body. Palms down, pointed feet, shoelace side are down. See if you could press your hands and your feet into the mat. And then lift your heart, chin, retract your shoulders as you rise up. Push the floor to help assist yourself up. Beautiful. Now breathe. Breathe that open heart. Now lower back down. The next time we rise up, we're coming into Shalabhasana. Your arms lift, your thighs lift, and you fly. So lift back up, spread your hands wide, lift them off the mat. Lift your legs off the mat and visualize that flying on your magical carpet. Breathe. Breathe here. And lower back down. Now we're going to do that same posture, Shalabhasana, one more time. If there's accessibility for you to lace your hands and you want to do that, rise back up, lifting the thighs, flaring your toes out and elevating, or just your palms lifting up. Breathe. These activate the muscles in your back body, opening up your heart in the front body. Release back down. Bring your hands alongside your ribs. Your palms are going to plant. Lift your heart up. This is called cobra pose. Toes are pointed, heart lifts. Lower your chin back down. Beautiful. Now push up and back, hips to heels. Tuck your toes under, a little modified child's pose. So Anatasana is called a puppy dog. So we're going to lift our hips so they're stacked over our knees. Walk your arms forward and melt your heart down. So heart melting pose, heart to earth. Your head and heart melt down. So in the love world, love enters our back body and then we express it out through the front. Beautiful. Now walk your hands back to be stacked beneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Lift your shins up. Pop your hips up and back to bring your body into downward facing dog. So the Sanskrit for this pose is called Adho Mukha Svanasana. And this is a home base for our practice today. So pedal through your feet. Again, if you have any issues with your wrists, you could always fist your hands. If we were in a yoga studio, you could always put your hands on some sort of prop that elevates the floor, or just push your hips back towards your thigh bones to take a little extra pressure off of your wrists. Now bend your knees one at a time. So the beauty of this pose is that your sit bones are heading skyward. You're in an inverted V where your heart is higher than your head. So the blood flow shifts. Now, with bent legs, I want you to take the slowest walk to the top of your mat. Maybe it's 100 million steps. You're going to land in a forward fold at the top of your mat, but heel toe your feet all the way to the width of your mat, so they're wider than your hips. Let your hands come onto your thighs. Your legs are bent. Now, find cat. Push into your thighs, round your back, tuck your chin with bent legs. Feet are wide. Now, arch your back, look up, breathe in. Exhale, push away, breathe out. Inhale, arch your back, look up, breathe in. Now this time, push into your thighs, round your back, tuck your chin, roll all the way up to standing. Once you're standing, keep your legs wide, sweep your arms out and up. Lace your hands overhead, soften your elbows, lean up and over to the right. Now come back, up and over to the left. So how do we find peace in a world that is full of so much turmoil? Now release the hands, create that T. Now lace your hands again behind your back like we did on our knees. Slide your index fingers long or capture your forearms and look up. Now release that connection. Heel toe your feet to the width of your hips. So I want you to physically look down at your feet. Pull your toes up, flare them out, set them back down. In your mind's eye, lift your heel up, slide it back, so you're getting a solid foundation of your feet rooted into the earth. Now you're stacking your knees over your ankles, your hips over your knees, your waistband lines up, your shoulders come up and back, mountain pose. So just stand as tall as you possibly can and steady your gaze. So in yoga, this is called drishti. So I suppose if we kept doing things the same way and expecting different results, I think that's called insanity. Or we could choose, we could make that decision here and now that we are going to live a life of peace no matter what the external circumstances are that come upon us. Bring your hands to the center of your heart. I want you to balance on the left leg and just pick the right foot up, stacking it on top. So you've got the ball of the right foot on top of the left and the heel right at the ankle. It's a baby tree. So trees are grounded and rooted. The roots go deep. Lift out of that left hip. Keep your gaze steady. If you come out, no worries. Go right back in. And then reverse it. Land your right foot. Plant it solid. You can even peel the left heel off before you lift it, and then just place the left foot on top of the right, the left heel on the right shin. Lift out of the right hip and balance. Breathe. Stable and steady. Grounded and rooted. Now, feet to the width of your hips. Either do that again or bring the sole of the right foot to the left calf for a little different variation of tree. Beautiful options. If you come out, just go back in. Now move to the other side. Plant the right foot, left sole of foot to right calf, lifting out of the right hip, keeping your shoulders drawing down the back side of your body, knitting your ribs in and steadying your gaze. Now, one more option or variation, you can do either one of the two, or land on the left foot, carry the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh, and find your hands back in that Anjali Mudra prayer style, coming into full Vrikshasana tree pose. So you're grounded, you're rooted, you're stable, and you're steady. So there's lots of external things that are going to go on. We can't control people, places, or things. The only thing we can control is how we respond to them. So as we find ways to tap into peace, we find more power. Reverse and go over to the other side, planting the right foot. Maybe you physically use the left hand to help carry the sole of the left foot toward the right inner thigh. And Vrikshasana tree pose is about balance. Finding balance both on and off your mat in your life. Breathe, stable, steady. Doesn't matter if you come out. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. You are exactly where you belong today. No coincidence you arrived. Now land the left foot down, reach your arms up to that V. Hands now come to your waist. Bend your knees, fold at the waist, and cascade over your legs to what we call Uttanasana, a forward fold. Now you're getting a nice stretch on the backs of your hamstrings. Your legs can stay bent, but the crown of your head gets heavy. And you might want to take your hands into ragdoll. If it's better for you to heel toe your feet further apart, then go ahead and do so. And then maybe ignite a little shift in ragdoll. So ragdoll is one hand on each bicep, knees kind of bend and soften. And then go ahead and sway side to side. So just letting that smooth cadence of your breath carry your body side to side, that mindfulness, that mind-body connection. That is where we find that peace, when everything is working, connecting as we breathe. Now hold up in the center, just hanging like a rag doll would, and shake your head out. So if there's any kind of offense, anything anybody did to you or said to you, any kind of unforgiveness, just shake it out. You have to know that hurting people hurt people. Shake it out and bring that cleansing, purifying breath back into a yes, knowing that you are exactly where you belong today. No coincidence you're here, saying yes to that life of peace by staying grounded and rooted. Now release that connection. Feet heel toe back to the width of your hips if they're not. Go ahead and step the right leg back. So you've got the right leg coming to a low lunge. Drop the back knee down. Bring your hands to the front femur bone. Now I want you to kind of lean into it, getting your center of gravity to sink down into the earth. Yeah, getting it to sink. So you should feel a nice hip flexor opening on the right hip, and then you're pressing down as you lift up your heart on the left femur bone. Now pull your hips back, reach your arms up, collect your hands at heart center, and twist the right upper arm on the outside of the left front thigh. So your hands are going to move toward the center of your chest. Your left shoulder blade draws back, and breathe. Breathe into the twist. The inhalation creates space. The exhalation allows you to dive into the space you created. Now, frame the left leg, dig the left heel in, coming back to the center. Flare the left toes out. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold over the front leg. This is called runner's stretch. Yeah, it's a nice stretch on that left hamstring. Now, pull the left foot back, planting the left foot as the knee stacks over the ankle. Tuck the right toes under and lift the right kneecap up. Now, right hand stays down, left arm lifts up to twist your low lunge. Beautiful. Breathe. Now bring the top arm, left arm to your hip. Look back at the right foot. Ground it down on a 45-degree angle. Now rise up, warrior two, left leg in front of your body. Yeah, now get the left knee to track over the second and third toe and bend into it. Now from your second warrior, flip both of your palms and straighten the left leg as you look up. Press back down. Warrior two. Do that one more time. Inhale, rise up, breathe in. Things are looking up. Exhale, press back down and hold. Gaze over that left front index finger. Flip the left palm, peaceful. Now, pinwheel your hands down. I want you to take the back right leg, hop up to the top of your mat into a fold. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, physically pull yourself together, breathe out. Root to rise, stand tall. This time, right hand, left wrist, side bend. Nice. Now back up to the center, left hand, right wrist, lift up and over to the left. Now tee your arms, expand your heart. Lace your hands or your forearms behind your back, retract your shoulders, look up. Release that connection, fold at the waist over your legs. Inhale and lengthen. Let's step the left foot back behind your body so you're in that low lunge. So it's the opposite leg. The back knee comes down. Back knee comes down. So bring your hands to the front femur bone. Let that left, you can feel the stretch in that left hip flexor. And then go ahead and pull your hips back as you reach your arms up. Bring your hands to heart center, twist it out, top arm on the outside of the front right thigh. So the left arm travels across for the twist. Breathe into the twist, keeping your heart and chest lifted. And then as you release, frame the front right leg, dig the right heel in, flare the toes out, runner's stretch. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold, plugging that right front femur bone into the socket. Now plant the right foot, drawing the foot back so you can stack the right knee over the ankle. Tuck the left toes under. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Modified revolved lunge. Now bring your right hand to your right hip. Look back at the left foot. Bring the left foot rooted and grounded to a 45-degree angle and rise up, warrior two. Flip both of your palms, straighten the right leg, look up. Exhale, press back down. Inhale, rise up, pump your second warrior, breathe in, look up. Exhale, press back down. Now, flip the right palm like you're tossing a ball, reach up and back. Now this time, just step to the top of your mat. Reach both arms back up. Exhale, collect your hands, dive over your legs. Inhale and lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees and assist yourself right down onto your mat, onto your back. Nice and slow. Right onto your back, finding happy baby. So what you're going to do is your head is laying down, you're laying on your back, your hands capture the outside edges of your feet. Now, if that's not possible, no worries. Take the outside edges of your legs, but let your sit bones get long, your tailbone is long, and you're pulling down on the sits bones, and then rock just side to side. So just allow your breath to slow down. And as you make that choice to find peace in your life, we begin to let any kind of circumstances that try to rock our peace to pass us by. Just stay and breathe. Rather than fight and flight, I think we're all wired in some way to want to fight or flight. Just stay and breathe. That mindfulness connection. Release your happy baby. Take the left leg long and straight on your mat. Hug the right shin in with your hands laced around it. Take the left hand and roll the right hip over the left, and either let your right hand be alongside your body as you twist, or create that half of a goalpost. So you're twisting at the waist, taking just a few breaths right here. Just truly honoring yourself for coming out today. You guys are my heroes. Day in, day out, the work you're doing is so profound. Roll back onto your back. You are making such a difference in this world. And then release and reverse. Take the left leg in, right leg goes long. Use the right hand to roll the left hip across your body in the twist, letting that left arm perhaps create a T, a goalpost, or left hand could be right alongside your body. Now come back onto your back, and we're going to slide both of our legs out long. Now they're going to just kind of open up. They could be really far apart or not so far. It's really your choice. We're going to slip into our final resting pose. This is called Shavasana. Your hands can go away from your body or a little closer, whatever is comfortable for you. What you're doing here is laying your entire body down and finding that peace, that place of rest. So give yourself full and complete permission to just be, rather than being human doings. We are called human beings. So practice being right here and now in this place of peace. So keep your facial muscles soft. Any thoughts that come in, allow them to pass you right by on a cloud. We are not our thoughts. We are spiritual beings living a human experience. So take just a few more breaths right here. Feeling the sensation of letting go of any remaining tension in your body. And then very slowly just invite yourself back into your day by bringing movement to your fingers and your toes. Maybe even circling your hands around your wrists and your feet around your ankles. And then as you bend your knees, just roll over onto your right side. You're going to come into that place of, it's a fetal position. You're going to pause in that place where it all began. This is the place God has gifted with us our breath, our ability to live and move and breathe. So as you push yourself back up into your day, filled with peace, come back full circle to that comfortable, easy, sweet seat, that Sukhasana seat. Take your time to come back up. And then as you stretch your arms out and up, carry the gifts, the graces, and the blessings that you've been given. Seal them into your heart, knowing that as you choose that pathway of peace, it activates more power in your life. That mindfulness, that mind-body connection, seal it in with your purpose today for your practice. And then as we look up, let's all finish off with one Om to Home. Just take a nice deep breath in and make the sound Home. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.